Hello everyone, my name is Mahadevan Iyer and I work as a data engineer at Adent Analytics. So in this video, I'll show you how you can grant control access to the Synapse workspace. You'll set up a workspace and configure a basic access control system suitable for many Synapse projects. Synapse access control can be simplified by using security groups. You need to add and remove users from the security group in order to access or revoke certain kind of permissions from the user. So let's get started. First, we'll set up a security group using Azure Active Admin Directory. So now let's go to Azure Active Directory and we'll create a security group from over here. We'll name the security group. You can add an optional description over here. You'll just press the button create. As I've already created a security group, I won't be creating it again. The groups that you have created will be visible from here. You just have to search it. I've created a security group named Synapse POC and I've already added 4 members. You can add more members using this button. So now after creating the security group, using Azure Portal will assign the storage blob data contributor role to the security group. So I am assuming that you might have created the Synapse workspace before coming to this video. If you have not created, then it's a prerequisite for this tutorial. You need to create a Synapse workspace before you assign permissions to others. And I've also created a Synapse dedicated SQL pool and a Apache Spark pool within this workspace. So now let's go to the data lake storage that you might have created while creating the Synapse workspace. The Synapse workspace uses a default container inside a data lake storage for storing the backing data files for Spark tables or logs for Spark jobs and all other that kind of stuff. So let's go to the data lake storage. And the container where the workspace Synapse workspace will store the data. We store it. Let's go to the access control. uh, so you need to assign the security group that you created earlier the storage blob data contributor role to this container, to this default workspace container that is used by your workspace. And also make sure that the addend data Synapse Analytics, so this is the name of the workspace that I have created, and it also has a storage blob data contributor role assigned to this data lake storage. You can easily assign it by just pressing on this button add role assignment. Search for the role storage blob data contributor. Put in the security group name that you had created and click on save. So this security group will be assigned the role of storage blob data contributor. So now let's move on to the next step. Now we'll assign the Synapse administrator role to our security group from our Synapse workspace. So let's go to our Synapse workspace first. Go to manage access control, and over here you can add your security group to the role of Synapse administrator. When I assign the role of Synapse administrator to our security group, it will grant full access to the users in that security group, to the serverless SQL pool, Apache Spark pools, as well as the build integration runtimes and everything in the workspace. So according to your requirement, you can assign the roles, but I'm going to assign the Synapse administrator role to our security group that we had created earlier. Synapse POC. Click over apply, and as I've already applied it, uh, you can see the Synapse POC security group over here under the Synapse administrator role in this Synapse workspace. Now let's look at the next step. Now we'll grant the workspace MSI access to the default storage container. We have already ensured this while creating our workspace. The data lake storage automatically gets the permission of storage blob data contributor. The Synapse workspace automatically gets the permission of storage blob data contributor on the data lake's storage container, default container. So we have already ensured this permission. If it's not present, you can add it and type in the Synapse workspace name, and you will get your workspace name over here. So now let's move on to the next step. We'll grant our security group the Azure contributor role on the workspace. So let's go to the workspace in Azure portal. To create, just a second. To create SQL pools, Apache Spark pools, and integration runtimes, users must have at least a contributor role at the workspace. The contributor role also allows these users to manage the resources, including pausing and scaling. So, in order to give this access, you need to go to access control and go to view role assignments, and you have to add the role to our security group over here. I've added the owner role to our security group to let them experience all the privileges. You can add the suitable role according to your requirements. Now let's move on to the next step. Now we'll assign the SQL Active Directory admin role to the workspace. So let's go in the Azure portal. We'll look for SQL Active Directory admin. So we can only assign one SQL Active Directory admin. So in this case, I have already assigned our security group as the Active Directory admin. So this role gives this group highly privileged admin access to all the SQL pools and database in this workspace. So this will give the users of the security group access to all the databases. You can set an admin over from here and put in your resource security group name, Synapse POC, and click on select. You'll be able to set this Azure Active Directory admin. So this were the 6 easy steps that you could use to assign permissions to your Synapse workspace to other users and to let them work with your SQL pools and Apache Spark pools. Also allow them to create or manipulate your SQL pools. But if you want to give some granular permissions and not all the permissions, you need to you can do that using this guide, and you need to create a separate user in the serverless pool or in the dedicated SQL pool, whichever you want the user to use. And you also can give database code permission. So Microsoft, they have a great documentation over here. You could take a look and suit do as your requirement suggests. Thank you for watching.